It's a video seen all across the world today. A major bridge knocked down in the port of Baltimore, with crews still actively searching for survivors.
The Supreme Court is considering the widespread availability of a pill used in abortions. Our 9 Health expert joins us live to explain the medical impact.
A major backup on I-70 on the west side of Denver, and a driver is facing charges after the crash that seriously hurt 2 people working on the highway.
A Denver bookstore is fighting book bans from afar.
To get those taken away, that's not fair. It's not okay.
An owner is bringing access to diverse books in a state that's banning them.
When the Broncos kick off the season in their new uniforms, they'll also be following new rules. Our Broncos insider explaining the changes made to the kickoff. 4 o'clock at 9 News starts now. Thanks for joining us at 4 o'clock on your Tuesday. I'm Tom Green.
And I'm Alexandra Lewis. Right now, we're following new details in a major bridge collapse in Baltimore, Maryland. At least 6 construction workers who were on the Francis Scott Key Bridge are still missing. 2 people were rescued. 1 is in serious condition. The other didn't need any medical help. Search and rescue teams are still going through the mess left behind. The ship tangled with the debris of the bridge collapse, and so far they've detected at least 5 cars in deep and very cold water.
By now, you may very well have seen the video showing what happened early this morning. That cargo ship losing power, issuing a Mayday, but minutes later traveling at about 10 miles an hour, slamming into one of the bridge's main support beams, sending much of the bridge, the main span, tumbling into the water. Rescuers are still searching for survivors in the bitter cold waters of the Patapsco River. It is a major bridge in the Baltimore area, and the closure will have significant impacts on ship and vehicle traffic. The Francis Scott Key Bridge is the outermost crossing of the Baltimore harbor. Ships pass it to get to the port of Baltimore. That port is the 11th largest in the United States and the busiest for car imports. The bridge is over a mile long, and about 31,000 vehicles use the bridge each day. That's more than 11 million in a year. Of course, it's a major bridge in the Baltimore area, and that closure is going to have a significant impact on ship and vehicle traffic. Talk about the way it passes so many people to get to the port of Baltimore. It's the 11th largest in the United States. New drone video giving us a look at what's left of the bridge now this afternoon. The NTSB and local investigators still trying to get to the bottom of what led to that crash. Shipping experts say it's too soon to tell the impact at this point, but the port does generate more than $3.3 billion a year. It also employs 15,000 people. President Biden is vowing to help with recovery and rebuilding efforts, saying his administration is moving to act quickly, given the importance of the port of Baltimore to the state's economy.
It's my intention that the federal government will pay for the entire cost of reconstructing that bridge, and I expect the Congress to support my effort. This is going to take some time. The people of Baltimore can count on us, though, to stick with them at every step of the way until the port is reopened and the bridge is rebuilt.
There were critical moments between the Mayday call and the actual impact and collapse of the bridge, and officials were able to stop the flow of automotive traffic over the bridge.
Maryland's governor says that call saved lives. Those living in the area woke up to the sound of the collapse.
It was like 1:30 in the morning. We were sitting there, and then we just heard a loud bang. We got up, and we were like, what the hell was that? We didn't think much of it. Just kind of went on, and then that was that. I feel bad for whoever is going to have to lose their loved ones.
Prayers to the people.
If there is any survivors, pray for them. I mean, that's all you can really do right now. It's going to be a tough time. It is. It's going to affect all of us. We just don't realize it yet.
NBC News has learned that that ship was actually involved in another crash. This one happened in the port of Belgium in 2016. Here's some video. This posted online shows the ship crashing into a port wall. The port didn't disclose the cause of this accident. As this story continues to develop, you can find so much more extended coverage on our free 9 News app. And here in Colorado, 2 roadside workers left seriously injured. This after a pickup truck smashed into them while they were working along I-70. The crash happened earlier today in Wheat Ridge near Ward Road. 9 News reporter Brianna Clark is live near that interstate. And Brianna, we understand the driver is going to face charges for this.
Yeah, he's now being cited with careless driving. And now police are trying to figure out if speed was a factor in that crash. This is what the aftermath looked like. Wheat Ridge police gave us these photos. They say the white pickup was heading eastbound along I-70, driving in the far left lane behind a semi. And when that semi moved over, that's when police say the pickup smashed into a Chevron trailer. It kept going, and the pickup hit two roadside workers who were putting up signs in the area.
They both suffered some pretty serious bodily injuries. They were both taken to the hospital. At this time, we do not believe that those injuries are life-threatening, but it's still a pretty serious crash that could potentially change these folks' lives.
Yeah, we're still working to figure out how those two men are doing tonight. CDOT tells me they are both contract workers for the department, and the police department says that pickup truck driver, he stayed at the scene until police arrived, and he was not under the influence of anything. In Wheat Ridge, Brianna Clark, 9 News.
All right, Brianna, thanks very much. Of course, CDOT continues to warn us about slowing down in those construction areas. Let's take a live look outside. There's a nice look at a few people trying to use what's left of the snow on the mountains. They might see a little more light snow, though, later tonight.
Yeah, it's been a lovely start to the day, though, Kathy. Feels like spring.
Yeah, and everybody's ready for spring, Alex, from the conversations I've had out and about today. And it does not look like spring in areas like Boulder, which, well, we're still looking at a whole lot of snow along the Front Range foothills. But with sunshine today and temperatures in the mid-40s, we're seeing some melting and a much improved commute this morning and this evening. Really beautiful conditions. We're tracking isolated showers down here and a few light snow showers on the high country. But what a great day to go skiing up at Loveland Ski Area. Been watching people come through, taking some turns, kind of coming through that powder there. Great riding too. You can tell too. Nice spray coming around the turn there. I mean, what a great day to get into some of that powder. And travel really has been so good on all the major arteries, and you can expect that all week long. Isolated showers tonight. A little more snow for you skiers coming up over the next 48 hours. And we have warm weather that's going to settle into Denver. Temperatures trending in the right direction. 51 at Pueblo, 43 in Denver, and almost 50 in Grand Junction. Winds are lighter today. Always happy when we can say that. And the northwest flow is transporting in a little moisture for those light snow showers in the mountains. Our storm is well off to the east of us, creating severe weather and travel issues from Atlanta to Cincinnati up into the Great Lakes area. And we'll continue to kind of watch some of that wraparound moisture come back into the northern Rockies. So we do leave an isolated shower in along the Front Range for tonight, and you will run into some occasional snow showers over the elevated terrain, but no advisories for snow or for travel. Skies will clear out tonight. We get a sunny day tomorrow and a warmer day, and temperatures this evening not bad. Mid-40s now, mid-30s by 9 o'clock. You're going to love the Easter weekend forecast. We could see 70 by the time we hit the weekend, so we're going to talk about that coming up.
Thanks, Kathy. The FDA granting emergency use for a drug that they say will help high-risk patients keep from getting COVID-19. It's called PEMGARDA, an antibody infusion for immunocompromised people, including people who've received stem cell or organ transplants, as well as cancer patients. People often can get it as often as every 3 months. Now, it's not a treatment, simply a preventative tool. It is expected to be made available in the next week or two. It's not yet clear how much it will cost, but the drug maker says that Medicare and private insurance do plan to cover it. Meanwhile, access to abortion once again before the Supreme Court today.
Today, justices heard oral arguments in a case that could limit access to a commonly used abortion drug. This could have far-reaching consequences for reproductive rights. Let's get to NBC's Susan McGinnis with the latest.
We want freedom! Whether we want it now! Outside the Supreme Court today, demonstrators on both sides of the abortion issue. Inside, justices heard arguments in a case that could significantly restrict access to mifepristone, a commonly used abortion drug prescribed for decades.
Millions of Americans have used mifepristone to safely end their pregnancies.
The High Court reviewing an appeals court decision restricting mifepristone access, rolling back the FDA's making the pill easier to get, including through telemedicine and by mail.
We are asking the Supreme Court to hold the FDA accountable for violating the law to the detriment of women's health.
The group of anti-abortion doctors leading the legal challenge claims the FDA did not adequately evaluate the drug's safety risks and wants the High Court to limit access even in states where abortion remains legal.
The risks are extremely minimal. It's extremely safe.
The FDA says the pill has been safe and effective since its approval in 2000, and the pharmaceutical industry is cautioning. Undermining FDA's approval process won't stop at mifepristone.
It would upend not just Mifeprix, but virtually every drug approval.
Justices appeared skeptical of the challenge the anti-abortion doctors made.
They're saying because we object to having to be forced to participate in this procedure, we're seeking an order preventing anyone from having access to these drugs at all.
The Supreme Court is allowing full access to the drug while the legal proceedings play out. Susan McGinnis, NBC News, Washington.